the amendment needs to be taken place, because a democracy cannot be protected when the fundamental rights of the citizens are not protected. The bill guarantees prohibition of discrimination on grounds of sex and protecting the Article 15, and it supports gender equality and supports gender justice, and as well as dignity of women by making uniform minimum age for men as well as women. And it is very well known fact that the marriage is a social factor which causes change in the population of the particular region. And by increasing legal age for marriage, it will indirectly helpful in decreasing the population, and it will be helpful in controlling the population. And the amendment in section 3 of the act, 2 years substituted with 5 years, will be helpful in controlling declining the divorce rates and strengthening the marriage institution as as growing age maturity attains. So can I conclude?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So in given time, I couldn't go in depth to the in every matter. So I would like to conclude by saying that the bill needs to be passed in the interest of the welfare of the society. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Now it is the turn of Honorable Member Hiba Fatima Rashid to speak on the proposed law.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. A very good morning to one and all. I'm Hiba, and I would like to start by saying that I'm totally in favor of this bill. The purpose of this bill is to raise the marriage age from 18 to 21, and I believe this is a great decision taken to empower the Indian woman. How often do you see a girl living in the rural areas getting a chance to complete her education before she is unwillingly wedded off to someone? It's an unfortunate rare case. And let me tell you, if you think that what's the point of the amendment of this bill, the already existing one was just fine. It creates an impact on all those girls whose dreams were crushed under the weight of her being 18 and eligible to marry. Not only this, but girls coming from urban areas have faced a similar issue where they were wedded off while they were still pursuing their education, and as a result, they were forced to balance their household works and their studies, because of which they would struggle to pass their exams in spite of being capable of it. And many of such cases I've seen with my very own eyes. So, raising the marriage age from 18 to 21 can give girls, especially living in rural areas, some more time to properly complete their education. But it has also been noted that 27% of rural girls are still married before 18, and also a 2019 report by UNICEF had pointed out that India is home to over 223 million child brides in spite of the 2006 PCM Act. So awareness campaigns in rural regions are also needed to make some real change, and the focus should be laid on the stricter implementation of laws. I'd like to conclude by saying that, by citing an infamous quote, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member Hiba. Now, I would like to call upon Honorable Member Ms. Itisha Kumari.
Let's stop living in the age of darkness and turn on the lights. The practice of child marriage is a violation of human rights. Good morning. I am Itisha speaking in the favor of bill. The Union Cabinet has approved a major reform. The Indian government proposed to raise minimum and not mandatory age for marriage from 18 to 21, same as men. Amending laws such as Child Marriage Act 2006, the Special Marriage Act 1954, and all the personal laws, of course. This proposal is victory for women empowerment. Let me tell you why. Early marriage is not always a good idea. I'm talking about forced marriages at age 18. They happen all over India all the time. No education, no financial independence, no experience of outside world. She is put into a relationship that she may or may not want. What happens next? Early marriage means early pregnancies. We all are talking about massive health consequences. Out of all women aged between 20 to 24, 1/4 of them are married before the age of 18. That is 25% of these women. And most of them are from West Bengal. Yes, worse than Bihar and Rajasthan. If you raise the minimum age, you can bring down this number. Now, as always, there are critics. Here's what they ask. what difference 2 or 3 years make? If you are forced to pay dowry at 18, you'll be forced to do so at 21 as well. And here's what I have to say. Stop thinking from a man's or a family's perspective and start thinking from women's perspective for a change. In 3 years, she could complete her education, get a job, and in 3 years, she would probably reject men who ask dowry. That is what real progress looks like. Like India's first Prime Minister said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. And if you educate a woman, you educate a family. And that still holds true. And this can be applied to all reforms. As when women takes the lead, the reforms works out better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. Now I will call upon the other Honorable Member, Ms. Jadi Pujita.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker. Am I audible?
You are. Please carry on.
Actually, I'm going to support the bill. Women in India are said, everyone says that in India, women are equal with men. But we can see the existing rule was like girls have to marry at the age of 18 and boys are getting a minimum age for boys to get married is like 21. Here it is said that 3 years of gap is there here. We are not equal. So in 3 years are much time. At the age of 18, in rural areas, people, those are from economically poor sections, and they are when a girl child gets 18, then they will try to get her married. As they are poor, they will do marry for her, for their kids. So if this 18 to 21, if this age will increase, what will happen means they will also like 3 years, if they educate their children, then they will get a job. Girls can do wonders if they have chance. The Smriti Irani Garu, who have introduced this bill in the parliament, is also a woman. If all the women in India are given a chance, they can do wonders and they can be in very good position. So there are many disadvantages, like people in rural areas government have to take initiative to give awareness for the people in rural area, and every 30 infants are dying in 1,000 people, and it mentally affects and physically affects very much for girls if they marry at this age. And there is
please conclude.
Okay, sir. So I support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to call upon the Honorable Member, Ms. K. Annie Rachel.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker, and all my fellow parliamentarians. Today, I would like to remind you that there is no better tool for development than women empowerment. Do you all know that 1/3 of child brides in this world come from India? Do you know that according to the National Family Health Survey, 23% of marriages that happen in India are child marriages? That is 1/5 of the total marriages. Do you know about the rates of maternal mortality, miscarriage, domestic violence, and child malnutrition? We cannot combat child malnutrition without focusing on the nourishment of the mothers. Don't you think that we need to give an opportunity to the women of this country to at least educate themselves to become a graduate so that they can have a scope of earning a livelihood for themselves and for their child? Don't you think that she needs to educate herself upon the legal provisions and rights that she has, to develop a mind of understanding before she enters institutions such as marriage, childbearing, and family? When we ponder upon these questions, we understand how important this bill is and how important it is for this bill to become a law. But I would also say that this promise is incomplete without us incorporating the recommendations of the task force. That is, to make schools and colleges more accessible, to make transport much easier, to provide skillful vocational and business training to women. When we bring all these things together cohesively, only then can we pave a way for societal change. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Rachel. Now, I call upon Mr. Karthik Barupatla. Honorable Member Karthik Barupatla.
Sir, is my voice audible?
Yes. Please proceed.
Okay. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. So I would also like to step ahead with a beautiful greeting. Good morning. My name is Karthik. I'm trying to utilize this personal space of mine with you to represent my views about a fascinating topic, Child Prohibition Marriage Act 2021. Child marriage is the marriage of a person aged before majority. Girls are disproportionately affected as they are the majority of the victims. The bill has therefore been brought forward to address the issues of women in a holistic manner, and women are disproportionately put into a disadvantageous position with regard to education, attainment of psychological security, and skill set. This linking is in consonance with the Parliamentary Standing Committee too, and women were not even encouraged in any of their fields. Women has to be encouraged in all the fields that are to be given, and the legislation is centric to the interest of the minor. Child marriages often takes place due to cultural and customary practices, and majorly due to supposed incapability of women to work for money, along with a lot of relevant economic considerations. Women are not allowed or are deemed incapable of being educated or work. In this pursuit, whenever poverty is acute, a young girl is often considered as an economic burden, and her marriage is believed to benefit the family financially. So,
Yeah.
whenever
Yes. Please
can I
sum up.
conclude? Okay, sir. Ending the child marriage is the need of the hour. Despite the downside, there is plenty of pragmatism in couching concern regarding child marriage in the human rights principle. So everyone from individuals to world leaders must challenge the traditional norms and end child marriage beginning with poverty. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Now, I call upon the Honorable Member Kavi Chanya Reddy Moddu.
Excuse me, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Honorable Speaker and my fellow participants. I am in support of the bill. At present, many rural girls are forced to drop out of studies for marriage. So, making the minimum legal age for marriage as 21 will allow them to continue their studies. Thereby, many more women will go for higher education. Teenage pregnancies increase the risk of high blood pressure, anemia, and several other health problems. It can also lead to the death of the mother due to pregnancy complications. So, raising the age of marriage for girls can reduce the chance of maternal mortality. Early marriages result in several mental health issues in many girls. So, this move can eliminate this problem. At the age of 18, a girl may be knowing how the world would be, and getting married and holding the family responsibilities would be a typical task for her. This move can be stated as a step towards gender neutrality because it will make the minimum legal age for marriage the same for both girls and boys. As several girls are being married at 18 years, they are not having financial independence. This is resulting in the dependence of their husbands for survival. The dependence the dependence will force them to stay in the relationship even if it is abusive. So raising the minimum legal age for marriage can empower women and can help them in achieving financial independence before marriage. Conclusion. Raising the minimum legal age for marriage for girls is a good move, but a mere law cannot bring change in society. Widespread awareness programs on the importance of girls' education, raising the legal age for marriage should be conducted. The government should increase its spending on education and healthcare. Moreover, the girls' right to the life of their choice after becoming a legal adult at 18 years should be protected. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kavi Chanya. Now, I request Mr. Kirtan, the Honorable MP, to speak on the topic.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. Good afternoon. So to begin with, I am in favor of the bill, sir, for the following reasons. Even after 9 decades, a little more than 9 decades of the original bill being passed to empower women, we are seeing that the ground situation is exactly the opposite. So women not only have not been empowered, in fact, in the name of empowerment, through this age difference, which is 18 versus 21 for boys, there has been negative discrimination, as the result of which some of the statistics show that almost 47% of women who are pregnant before the age of 21 are from India. And even after two amendments, one in 1978 and the other in 2006, the bill has not been able to achieve, the original act has not been able to achieve what it initially set out to achieve. And so this particular amendment is the need of the hour if India has to become a superpower and continue as a Vishwaguru. And the reason I say that is because with continuing the present age, what we are seeing is high mortality rates, high child infanticide. Right. In addition to that, women not being able to support themselves because they have not been able to complete their education by the time they are married off, by the age of 18. And the biggest deterrent, in the way of implementing, women empowerment is the personal laws that have been interfering with bringing in gender parity and equality. And so in that aspect, keeping the age as 20.
Yeah, please sum up.
Yes, sir. So in conclusion, this is a very progressive and constructive law in the direction of women empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirtan. Now I would like to call upon Ms. Kausini Vishwanatham to express her views.
Sir, currently the parliamentarian is not available.
Yeah. Okay. If honorable member is absent, then we will go to Mr. Koyada Srujan. Honorable member Koyada Srujan. Same thing. Honorable member is not present.
Yes, sir.
Then we'll go to the other listed member, honorable member Ms. Kura Vaishnavi. Any problem with the availability?
No, sir. Am I audible, sir?
You are audible and visible. Shoot. The time is getting lost. Start.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
So, what I would like to say is, yes, as everyone mentioned, that this bill is going to propose to increase the age of marriage from 18 to 21. This will surely help. It will surely help in reducing the social pressure which a woman has to marry at an early age. It will give her opportunity to embrace new opportunities in her life. And if we and we also know that giving childbirth is a painful procedure to go through. For that, a woman has to biologically and mentally she has to be ready. So this why I'm associating motherhood with marriages, because in India it is like that. You're expected to embrace motherhood as soon as you marry. So it will definitely help in that as well. And if we look at it, it's also a step towards population control as well. If the marriage age is increased, it will definitely reduce the fertility rate as well to some extent as well. And if you look at the factors that are, for child marriage, they are mainly lack of education. If we studies show that children who are out of school are more likely to get married than the ones who are still pursuing their education. So definitely, it will be if we educate them, it will be a weapon for them. It will help in improving the decision-making ability of women and the escalation of dowry demands. These things also need to be addressed, and the lack of security for women, the horrific rapes that are being committed in the society, they also instill a fear of sexual assault in the parents' minds. So that's why they want to get their daughter married off at an early age. So if these things are addressed properly, then definitely this bill is going to be a sure success. So I support this bill, and on a concluding note, that I would support this bill, and I would like to say that these things also should be addressed for the success of the bill. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Vaishnavi. Now, I call upon the next honorable member, Ms. K. Ahalya. Honorable member. Yeah.
Currently not available.
Okay. Next, then we will proceed to the next listed member, Honorable MP M. Likith Reddy.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone.
Carry on. Carry on.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker. Good morning, everyone. My name is Likith, and today I am here to present my views against the bill prohibition of child marriage. As you all know, it proposes the raising of marriage age from 18 to 21 for girls to provide gender neutrality and equal rights. I'm not against that. It helps in her education, livelihood, because by 21 she can realize her own abilities, she can make contribution to her community and cope with stress. And it can also decrease maternal mortality. But the thing is, the previous act, the previous law which was there, when the minimum age was 18, even then 23% of the marriages which took place between the year 2019 to 2021 in our country, 23% took place. That means around 1/5. So what is the use of just extending the age from 18 to 21? Instead, they can appoint a group of people to these rural areas so that they can, mostly the educated progressive people would never prefer getting married before 21. They would always go after 21. It's in the rural areas where it all happens. So instead, appoint a group of people, go there, make them aware of the consequences, what it was there, of these consequences, how women would be facing, and then
please sum up. Sum up.
So I hereby, just by passing the bill, the bill was violated earlier, and it will be violated in the future. The measure to curb child marriage remain the same, and it is just the age that has raised. So I'm against the bill. Instead of passing the bill, you can implement few ideas and.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Mr. Likith Reddy. Now, I would like to call upon the next honorable member, M. Purnasai, to express his views.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2021. This was firstly introduced as Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929. Later on, this was replaced by Child Marriage Act 2006, and now this was amended into Child Marriage Act 2021, which was introduced in our Lok Sabha on December 20, 2021. The main purpose of Child Marriage Act 2021 is to increase minimum age of girls for marriage from 18 years old to 21 years old. I believe this is the one that should be passed, because when children are getting married at an early age, they are facing so many problems, especially girl childs. When they are getting married at an early age, they are getting pregnant at an age when they are not ready for it, in both physically and mentally. And at the time, they don't know how to take care of themselves, and as well as also born babies also. Due to this, maternal mortality rates are increasing. In order to avoid all this is the bill that should be passed. If a girl child is allowed to continue her education, by end of her 21 or 22, she will complete her education and she can stand in society on her own legs without depending upon any others, and she can take her decisions of her own, and she will become more stronger by mentally and physically. Then she is ready for that marriage. That's why I believe this is the bill that should be passed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Purnasai. Now I'll call upon the next listed member, Honorable Member Madhavi Chattu.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Madhavi. I think that 21 years is not mandatory for child to get married. If they want to study further or didn't want to get married, no one has right to force them. 18 years and 21 years is mandatory because physically health improvement, emotionally and mental improvement. After the passed the bill, prohibition of child marriage in 2006, I agreed that child marriage percentage rate is decreasing, but it is not totally decreasing. Mainly, the problem is those who are getting married didn't dare to tell their decision or didn't fight for their rights in their home also, then how they fight against society. And the main problem is also in the society, including parents, relatives, and other members. They didn't stopping the marriages if they know information also. Laws are very important, but I don't think all are following laws. I would like to tell 3 points that it can decrease the child prohibition marriages. Firstly, parents must and should ask their children if you really wanted to get married or not. If she really want to get married, then no problem. If she didn't want to get married, then fight for its rights, fight for his life, uh, for not getting married. And the third point is,
Please sum up.
nowadays some everyone is using mobile phones. If they want to stop the marriage, uh, just a phone call or a message to police station, the marriages are being stopped. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Madhavi. Now, I would like to call upon last but one speaker, Mr. Mahamkali Kartikeya, to speak on the bill.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon to all the members present in the House. I strongly support the bill, and previously we know that the Child Marriage Act 1929, which was replaced by the Prohibition of Child Marriage 2006, which was aimed at eradicating of the child marriage practices, which are continuing throughout the country by shattering the dreams and life goals of young childs. So basically, the equality among the men and the women can be best achieved if they have the equal opportunities. So that we call as rights, equal opinion, equal options for choosing their marriage ages. Under the Constitution, Article 15 says that there should be no discrimination on the grounds of caste, creed, sex, and religion. Then why will we impose discrimination in the case of marriages? If we pass the bill, then we can eradicate early pregnancies, we can reduce the maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate. It also helps the woman to empower herself and earn livelihood and also pursue higher education in her life. So if the woman is exposed to society, then she can be able to choose her partner perfectly with also considering the parents' wills.
Yeah. Please sum up. Please sum up.
Yes, sir. So if the age of the woman increases, woman can also pursue her education satisfactorily and can do her goals successfully. So I want to sum up that if the awareness increases in the rural areas, especially rural areas, with perfectly executing this bill, then the child marriages can be perfectly eradicated, sir. Thank you for giving this.
Thank you, Mr. Kartikeya. Now, the last member to speak on the bill is Mr. Manipresh. Mr. Manipresh. The honorable member is not available.
No, sir.
Okay. So now the hosts and organizers, what exactly is the next thing? Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. We have 5 them missed the session. So please call out them. This will be the last call for them, sir.
Sure. No issue. In fact, just a second. Honorable member, Mr. C. Chandrasekhar, is he present?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you would like to present now?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
With your permission, can I talk in Telugu, sir?
Yeah, no problem.
సార్ బాల్య వివాహాల నిరోధక చట్టం 2006 ప్రకారం 2013-15 మధ్యకాలంలో ఓవరాల్గా 790 కేసులు వచ్చినాయి సార్. అయితే నిరక్షరాస్యత, పేదరికం, సమాజంలో మహిళలపై చిన్నచూపు, సామాజిక నేపథ్యం లేకుంటే సంస్కృతి, వాళ్ళ యొక్క కల్చర్, దానిపైన అవగాహన లేకపోవడం వల్ల ఈ బాల్య వివాహాలకు అనేది ఎక్కువ అవకాశం ఉంటుంది సార్. ఈ సమస్య కేంద్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలదే కాకుండా మీడియా కూడా దీనికి సపోర్ట్ చేయాలంటాను నా ఒపీనియన్ సార్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, నా రియల్ లైఫ్ లో జరిగింది ఏంటంటే, మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరము ఒక గ్రూప్ ఏర్పడి ఇంకొంచెం అమౌంట్ కలెక్ట్ చేసి అమ్మాయిలకు ఇంటర్మీడియట్ అయిపోయిన అమ్మాయిలకు పెళ్లిళ్ళు చేస్తుంటే దాన్ని పేరెంట్స్ తో మాట్లాడి వాళ్ళ కాలేజీలకు ఫీజు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. అయినా కూడా పేరెంట్స్ వాళ్ళ యాటిట్యూడ్ మార్చుకోవట్లేదు సార్. దీనికి ఏమైనా సూచనలు లేకుంటే దీనిపైన ఏమైనా సమాధానం ఇస్తారేమని మీ ద్వారా నేను ప్రభుత్వానికి విన్నవించుకుంటున్నాను సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ సార్.
Thank you, honorable member. We really appreciate your efforts in preventing child marriages, because sometimes economic incapacity is one of the reasons for going for early marriage. And parents think that once they get their children married off, especially daughter married off, their burden is over. But it will be creating number of problems, and at the level of parliamentarians, the efforts made by you are quite appreciable. Certainly the matter will be priced as far as the government is concerned. Thank you very much. Now, I will call upon another member. Incidentally, he is also Chandrasekhar, who was absent before. Serial number 13. Mr. Chandrasekhar, please. Not the present, not C. Chandrasekhar. Is there any other Chandrasekhar?
As of now, no, sir.
Okay. Now, may I call upon another honorable member, Devarakonda Pallavi? Is she around?
No, sir.
I'll read out the name of another member, Grishma Satish Miryala, whose name was listed as one of the speakers. Mr. Grishma Satish Miryala, maybe Miss Grishma Satish Miryala.
No, not available right now, sir.
Okay. Now, another member, Miss Kaushini Vishwanatham.
No, sir.
Mr. Koyada Srujan. Mr. Koyada Srujan is available?
No, sir.
Then Miss K. Ahalya, Kurnavalli Ahalya, honorable member?
No, sir.
And the last member, Mr. Mani Presh.
Not available, sir.
Okay. So looks like the honorable members are not available for discussion on this Prohibition of Child Marriage Amendment Bill 2021.
Yes.
Now, the organizers, do we expect any remarks from the speaker's chair before we conclude? Or, the assessment, you mentioned that they can mention whatever they want to mention in the Google form.
Yes, sir.
Is that going to be one of the factors for awarding marks? I don't think so. That is also one of the important factors.
Yes, sir. If they were not able to conclude in 2 minutes, they can give their views through Google Forms, sir.
So have you received any such forms?
We will be forwarding you soon, sir.
Soon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
And,
now, yeah, please.
As the last call for the parliamentarians is done,
Hmm.
I guess we can move to the second round, sir, the rebuttal round.
Hmm. Okay.
Where
Okay.
every parliamentarians have a chance to mention their ID in the chat box. If you have any kind of questions to other parliamentarians, you can mention your ID. Honorable Speaker will be calling out your name. You can then unmute yourself and ask your question. And whoever the parliamentarian wants to answer or counter the thing the parliamentarian has said, you can raise your hand And likewise, Honorable Speaker will be letting you know who will be speaking next. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. As of now, I have only, I think, this was from Mr. C. Chandrasekhar. Please give me a chance, but I think the chance is already given. Is it about the rebuttal?
No, sir. It was before.
Before. So right now I don't have any.
No,
So
sir.
debate. Okay, I'm just checking my chat box. You can also check.
Yes, sir. If anyone want to have a discussion or debate, you can mention your ID. Honorable Speaker will be listing out your ID, calling out your ID. Please mention your ID if you have any question. Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
I think Mr. Chandrasekhar was already given a chance. Then Mr. Honorable MP Karthik, serial number 24 says debate. I don't know whether he is ready for debate or just question mark. Then we have.
No, sir. Actually, I want to know whether it is there or not, the other round. So I messaged.
Okay, fine. Now anyway, you are not going to debate. You already done, right? Next, from PCM 1, the very first member, Ananya Bompana, and she mentioned just MP01 to MP16. It may be something else. Then again, from, okay, I contend Mr. PCM 13 MP. In fact, Honorable Member G. Harshita wants to, in fact, rebut what the Honorable Member 13, Shiva Krishna, points. So, as per, so the Honorable Member 13 is, just a minute. Yeah, Mr. Shiva Krishna, Dantala Shiva Krishna, and here, Honorable Member 19, serial number 19. It is, yeah, just a second. 19 is Harshita Gujjeti. So we'll start the rebuttals with Ms. Harshita Gujjeti. And how much time do we give the host? 1 minute?
Yes, sir. Two questions.
2 minutes?
No, sir. It's only 30 seconds. You can ask or answer in 30 seconds. The buzzer will be at the end of 30 seconds.
Okay. Ms. Harshita Gujjeti, Honorable Member, you are present?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please shoot. You have exactly 30 seconds to rebut what Mr. Harikrishna said.
Sir, I have contentions in his point, sir. He said that Mr. MP Shivakumar said that Juvenile Justice Act and POSCO Act and all other acts have to decide a same age, but it is impossible, sir, as juvenile justice deals with the crimes, and the crimes we decide only 16 for juvenile justice act, because the children at that age are not so matured to whether know that whether the crime is heinous or not. But coming to marriage, the maturity is important, sir, because for strengthening the family institutions and for the society as well. And they should have they have to be physically strengthened, and psychologically they have that maturity to enter into the marriage contract, sir. This is my contention.
Okay. Thank you. Now we have PCM 1, and you want to rebut your own? I wanted
no,
to
sir,
rebut, sir.
I gave a rebuttal
Okay.
for MP16 earlier in the message. I hope you didn't understand that one, so I just reconveyed my message. It's to MP16, sir.
Okay, now it's clear?
Yes, sir. I wanted to rebut certain points of MP16.
Mm-hmm. Okay, correct. So now you want to rebut now?
Yes, sir. Can I
Yeah.
proceed?
Yeah.
So
sure.
there are certain 3 points that I wanted to rebut regarding MP16 statements. She stated that when the age limit for driving license, voter ID, PAN card is 18, then why is it not for marriage? There are 2 points in this that I want to highlight. First is driving a motorcycle or getting voter ID or getting a bank account is not as much impactful on a person's life as a marriage. And secondly, even if
Please,
she feels that it is, then it should be same for both. It should be same for both men and women.
Okay.
Also, she told that certain social norms, laws regarding implementation of social norms are never successful.
Conclude. Now nothing will go on record. I think you made your point. Thank you. Now, let's go for one more. Just a second. Yes, chart box again. This is the problem with chart box. We have given opportunity to MP19 Harshita Gujjeti, then MP12 D Vinay Shri. Now I want to rebut MP32 and MP34. It is from PCM 6, MP Charan. Yes, please.
Sir, you did not give me chance.
No. Let me go through. I'll follow an order. What is the serial number of the MP? Saying now.
12, sir.
Okay, my ID is MP12. Okay, MP Vinay Shri, I think just now but your chance is only for 30 seconds, Amma, not beyond that. That's what the rules say.
Not me, sir. Just now spoke, not me.
Then who spoke now? Is it not MP Vinay Shri who spoke now?
No, sir, no, that's not me.
Then who was it? The first one? In fact, PCM MP12 is just a second.
So can I start my question?
Just a minute. Yeah, MP12, PCM 12 MP is D Vinay Shri. The one who spoke just now, is it Ananya Bompalli?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Then I'll give. Each one will get a chance. Don't worry, because there are enough dropouts. So we have the time. So Ananya Bompalli just now, rebutted. Now I'll give MP12 D Vinay Shri 30 seconds for rebuttals. MP12.
Yes, sir. I would like to speak about MP31. As he said that, what is the use by introducing this amendment, as already introduced a Child Marriage Act in 2006. But as we know that Child Marriage Act 2006 lead to there is many declinization of child marriages. So these amendment or these act would bring lot of declinizing of child marriages. Maybe more impact would be happen. How can you say there is no use? There will be a lot of use. If is there saying that.
Okay. I think that your point is well taken, but the honorable member was speaking about the non-implementation of the existing law. Not the question of anything else, but that was the essence of his, in fact, rebuttal. But anyway, now I'll go to the next one. Okay, I want to rebut MP. There are so many who want to rebut. Okay, Vinay Shri is over. Now MP6. Charan, is it Charan?
Yes, sir, I am Charan.
MP6 Charan. So please carry on.
Yes, sir. So my question is for MP32 and MP34 that they have mentioned. The first bill was passed against prohibition of child marriage was Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929, but it is not the first bill it has mentioned. The first bill amendment passed in the year 1872 was Indian Christian Marriage Act, which is also same mentioning that men and women, unless they have crossed 21 years, shouldn't get married. So I request MP32 and 34 should correct that point.
No, I don't think there is any need of correction, Mr. Charan, because that is a personal matter. This is a secular matter. And in fact, anyway, now the point is noted. Okay, right. Now, the next one is Okay, MP 16, this is over. MP 1 over, MP 12 over, MP 6 over. Now MP 13. MP 13, I think it is Mr. Dantala Shivakrishna. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want the child, the definition of child to be in different laws. It is different interpretations are given. Age brackets are given for child. For child, it is 14. For Right to Education Act, it is 14. For Justice Julian, it's 16. It makes it complex in order to implement such laws, which are very pivotal in development. And 18 can be taken as a benchmark, as in internationally for Justice Julian Act, 18 is the age which is given.
Okay, fine.
So that's
Fine.
what I
The
want
point
to
is taken. The point is taken. Now, now it is PCM 19. I think Charan, it's over. PCM 19. Just a second. PCM 19 is.
I am PCM 6.
1 minute. PCM 19 is Harshita over. Now PCM 6. Sri Charan, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm just done, but I have one more question.
No. Only one chance. One chance. You want to rebut anything?
Yes, sir. On one point, sir. Especially MP 31.
Okay, shoot.
1 second, sir. 1 second.
No second. Each second costs.
Actually,
Honorable Member of Parliamentarian, if you have further any doubts or any counters, you can use the Google form given.
Yeah, that can be done.
Everyone should be given a chance.
Sure.
Thank you.
We appreciate rule. Please follow the rules. Now it is PCM 23. She wants to rebut. Who is PCM 23? Just a second. 23 is Annie Rachel. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question to MP 13 and 16 is that having a uniform age for every act is not possible because it has different rationale behind it. And secondly, when freedom of choice collides with financial instability and immaturity, it will definitely be a problem. So we cannot, I definitely say that this act is not complete, but when we incorporate our ideas and implementation, it is definitely worth it, sir.
Okay. The point of honorable member is taken because this is only for a specific purpose, that is for prohibiting the child marriages. Next, please. Next, I will. 23 is over. PCM 31. PCM 31 is Likit Reddy. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Means not just to 13. I just want to say that by what means you can say that child marriage will be eradicated by passing this bill. The bill was violated earlier and it will be violated too in the future. So how can you conclude that there will be a complete eradication of child marriage in country?
Okay, that is your point, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
there should be considerable measures taken against
not just parliamentarians must be very optimistic. If it was misused in the past, it need not be misused now. But anyway, the point is well taken. Now I'll go to the next one. MP 31 is over. MP 24. MP 24 is Karthik Barupatla. Yes, please. Your 30 seconds. Karthik Barupatla.
Child marriage in India. Yes, sir.
Fast.
Vice President, sir. Child marriage in India is a new phenomenon.
You're not audible clearly, please. Yeah, now make it fast.
Child marriage in India is not new phenomenon.
Honorable Member, you are not heard clearly. Can you please check your mic?
Again, if you permit me, please. Sorry.
I think we'll proceed to the next
Yes,
one.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now it is 24 over. PCM 16. Who is PCM 16? G. Sriyani. You would like to rebut any of those arguments, Amma? G. Sriyani?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Since MP1 did rebut my point, I just want to clarify that I did mention that there is a requirement of uniformity, the age uniformity for boys and girls. But and she also told that majority of age, that is 18, is not considered. I mean, it doesn't have much impact. Like, if you think voting at 18 and selecting government is not impactful and getting a driving license is not impactful, you can at least consider age of consent, which is also 18. So I think there's nothing so objectifying if the age of marriage is 18, because people who
Yeah. I think your point is taken. Your point is taken.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. The next one is MP16, MP32. So who is MP32? Yes. Purnasai.
Yes, sir. As earlier, member 0 parliamentarian 6 said that both the Christian Marriage Act and Child Marriage Restraint Act were same. I just want to give him some clarity, sir, that Child Marriage Act, just Christian Marriage Act is just applicable for only Indian Christians, whereas Child Marriage Restraint Act applicable for every child throughout the country, irrespective of gender. That's it, sir.
I think that point was already made out, but anyway, thank you for your intervention. Now, it is MP32. Okay, MP24, I think last one. MP24 is Karthik Barupatla.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, child marriage in India is not a new phenomenon. The practice as it prevails thrives to continue in economically disadvantaged communities, especially those that are colored by cultural and customary practices. So even if we increase the age or even if we decrease the age, then it's not going to benefit anyone, because there are 1.5 millions of girls who are getting married under the age of 18. So I would like to rebut MP16 with this statement, please.
Wonderful. Thank you. The point is taken. Now, okay. I think PCM 1 MP Ananya, you have been already given an opportunity. No more chance for you. Only once rebuttal. Anyone else who never used their right to rebut? So far 6, 3, 9. Yeah, 8 MPs have used their right to rebut the statements or the opinions expressed by other members. If there are none, then I think organizers, shall we conclude here?
Yes, sir. This will be the last call for honorable parliamentarians to use the chance of rebuttal. If not, we will put the bill for voting.
Sir, anyway, sir, I'm MP6. So can I respond one? Sir, anyway, none are responding. So I want to raise my point on MP31 once again.
You have not used before? You already used, no?
Sir, I have used, but none are
No double whammy. Only one chance. Only one chance. The most important thing is proper, use of the opportunity and time management, and you have made good use of the 2 opportunities given to you. One to speak and the other one to rebut.
Okay, thank you.
Honorable Speaker, you have been shared with the responses, sir, in your chat box.
Oh, okay.
Recording stopped.
Okay, just a second. Now, anyway, in the meantime, can we go for voting?
There is a rebuttal. There is a
one more. PCM 21. PCM 21 wants to rebut. One last chance. No more chances, please. Itisha Kumari. Yeah, please shoot.
Sir, I want to object Ms. Madhavi, 33, that as she said that girls need to fight against society and families instead of increasing the minimum age. But what would be the basis of this fight? At the end, decision would be taken according to the law.
Okay.
So, yes, sir.
I think the point is understood by one and all. Fine. We'll close here. now coming to okay, Itisha Kumari also is given. Now we have the Google forms, and I'm opening them. But in the meantime,
Yes, sir.
organizers, can we go ahead with the voting, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The bill that has amended be passed. Those honorable parliamentarians who are in favor may raise their hand. Who are in favor of the bill?
Okay. So many people have spoken in favor of the bill, but only 2 who are raising their hands.
Yes, sir.
The bill is put to voting. Now, those members who are in favor of passing the bill and into an enactment are requested to raise their hands in support. Parliamentarians, I'm facing a very acute issue here, because out of 38 honorable members who decided to speak, majority of the members spoke in support of the bill. But now formally, when it comes to, in fact, passage of the bill, I see only 2 members raising their hands. Yes.
Sir, the count is 21, sir.
Okay, the count is 21. Good. The count is
Final
21.
call. If the
Okay.
honorable
Okay.
parliamentarians who are opposing the bill may raise their hand. Who are opposing the bill may raise their hand. This will be the final call. Parliamentarians who are opposing the bill may raise their hand. Yes, sir. We have a count of 4, sir.
Okay. So
20
now, yeah, please.
21 for the bill and 1 against the bill, sir. 4 against the bill, sir.
4 against the bill. So out of the 38 members listed for debating on the prohibition of marriages amendment bill, 21 supported the increase of the age of marriage for girls from 18 to 21 on par with the boys, and 4 opposed. So there is a very clear majority, and the speaker gives the decision saying that the ayes, those who support, have it, and the bill is passed.
Thank you, sir.
Now, yeah.
Yes, sir. With this, we can conclude, sir.
Yeah, I would like 2 minutes before you
Yes.
conclude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. I think all the members are present in the Parliament Hall, and they are able to hear me. At the outset, now this is off the record. Now the debate is over. Marks are awarded. There is nothing I can do. But I would like to, mention 1 or 2 important aspects. The bill has been, in fact, enacted with a very good intention, maybe with the purpose of women empowerment and to ensure gender justice, so on and so forth. Many of the members have touched upon the most important aspects, like the impact of early marriage on the girl herself, her maternity, the increasing mortality rate of the mothers and also the girl child, then the impact on the education, how it will lead to discontinuation of the education, and how it might lead to unwanted pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, so on and so forth. Probably the time given was not, in fact, sufficient. But within the time given, I must say all the members have made constructive use of the precious time and expressed their views in a very systematic and pointed manner. I must compliment all the parliamentarians, and I must also tell you that if there is some kind of uniform civil code, then this separate bill wouldn't have been necessary, because the same would have covered in fact, all the religions, now there would have been no necessity of referring to Indian Christian Marriage Act of 1872. But initially, under the Act of 1929, it was 15 and 18. It was raised to 18 and 21 in 1978. Now it is proposed to raise it to again, 21 and 21. And let me also tell you that one report of the Law Commission, in fact, it was making a loud thinking of reducing it to 18 for both boys and girls. Fortunately or unfortunately, no steps have been taken. But nonetheless, I, in fact, compliment the organizers for organizing this youth parliament in a wonderful manner. And I also compliment all the learned parliamentarians because you have spoken very well. You have conducted your research very well. And I must also tell you that, there was little to choose between one and the other, not much difference. So the task of the judges becomes very difficult, but nonetheless, you kept the flag of Usman University and University College of Engineering flying very high by conducting the first session successfully. Compliments to organizers. Congratulations to all the participants. Over to you, organizers, please.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words. Now, I would like to take the privilege to thank the Honorable Speaker, Professor G.B. Reddy, sir, for accepting our invitation and supporting us since the first edition of Youth Parliament. And I congratulate all the parliamentarians for their active participation and hope this event benefits you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you each and everyone for participating.
Thank you.